It's Sunday morning, time for another Wardy's Waffle. Hope you're all okay, having a good week. The weather isn't very good though still. We still keep getting rain a few millimetres a day, which isn't helping with the spring crops. So we haven't done much land work, but what we have done is we've done some more sugar beet harvesting on the light land, so we take a look at that. Also, further coverage of Barry digging out the beck. Got very noisy geese behind me, which I'll just touch on that as well in the update. Also, we're having to do some more work to the bowser in the workshop. We'll go through that as why and also the reasons. So let's crack on with this update, and if you make it to the end, we'll see you then, and thanks for watching. Water's flowing really well down the beck. It's Monday, and Barry's working his way up this other side now. You can see just here where the bank's started to slip here. Barry's put some soil in it here just to level it up. Down in the bottom just there. It's a good bucket full. So this bend's not too stunt, it's a bit more gradual. But I don't know why years ago it wasn't made straight, or whether it's man-made or it's nature, I'm not really sure. Cracking job though. I've just come back from seeing Barry and see how he's getting on. This is the pond just through here that he did, when was it? October, November, early on this year, and extended it. We've got a few visitors that I'll just show you who they are. I wonder if they like their new enlarged home. No, we didn't make that track for you. Those two are going on the lawn. What a beautiful evening. Not a ripple on that water. We are lifting sugar beet. You can just see the harvester behind me. And this is the last of our sugar beet we've got in the ground, which is great. And we're lifting this after, 80 odd mil of rain since we've lifted the first part of that field, or this field. So looking at this soil's lovely soil. See, the dogs enjoy eating the sugar beet, don't you, Frankie? Very sweet those are. Yeah, soil's lovely soil up here on this light land. If we can get it drilled with wheat, we were going to put winter wheat in it, but it's too late now to put winter wheat in it, so we'll have to put spring wheat in it. I'll explain what the difference is in a minute. Nala also enjoying the sugar beet. Have to empty stood still on the headland when they're opening out a new land, as we call it, like this, when you're going down the middle, because there isn't room to put the trailer next to the sugar beet. It will run on the beet there where Nala is, so just when they're opening out, have to get the trailers at the ends and empty on the end. So I was just talking about winter and spring wheat, and the difference is the varieties, that it's the vernalisation they require. So a winter wheat that we plant in the autumn or up to probably mid-February on some varieties, other varieties it's earlier. It's the vernalisation required, which is the process the plant goes through from take it from a vegetative state to a grain producing state. There's obviously a more scientific method or scientific phrase, but that's really what it is. And if you plant a winter wheat too late and it doesn't get the cold enough weather to trigger this vernalisation, it will just produce leaf and no grain. And so this is why we have to go on to spring varieties that have a different vernalisation and are bred differently. So the machine at the front is a topper. You can throw the tops out the side there if that spins round, but Malcolm's just got it, so it's putting the tops in the ground. See it lifts the beet as well there. There's the beet going into the tank at the top. That shows the machine crabbing a treat there. You can see how the wheels don't follow each other. Great. compaction or to help in alleviating compaction. That's why it's so handy having the beet heap very near to the field and having concrete as well, because now that beet's on that concrete, it's safe to whatever weather we get. The lorries can get down the lane and get it taken to the factory. The dogs are going nuts on this sugar beet. These little chippings, these white chippings, you can see, they absolutely love them. They're full of sugar, and they'll be squitting through an eye of a needle, I bet, in another hour. See, now they've got a big enough area opened up, they can unload the harvester on the move. They're just going down that middle piece where we've just been filming. Got another load coming off now, and then there's one about to tip. See, you'll lower it in a second, there you go, and as you lower it, it lifts the back door up and it doesn't trail the beet out as far, so it's less pushing up for Reuben to do. That's it, all slid out. About 18 tonnes there. We're just going to push that up. Got another load on the way as well. Great view from up here. Field of wheat in the background, winter wheat, and that was oats last year, and that was planted in early October. We use an old grain pusher for pushing up. You can just get it a lot higher, and it heats up in the heap a little bit, the sugar beet does, but that's good because it heats up, and then the soil that's on the sugar beet means that it'll just dry and shell off when we put it through the cleaner loader into the lorries. It's now Tuesday afternoon, so just coming to see how Barry's getting on. He's working his way to this bridge. He's taken a huge amount off that bend. I think looks like he's decided to leave that oak tree, which is fine if it's on that bank. We might just in years to come have to trim the branches off, but probably won't bother me too much because I might be in my box when that happens. You can see the stunt corner, so Barry's going to take that all off, make it a lot straighter through to the culvert. Nala! Nala! Come here. Nala! Come here. Good girl. Come on. There's a big area on this corner had slipped in, so Barry's had to pull the bank back. You can see the blue, that's the clay in the soil. There's that drain coming out there and flowing well out the field. This is the one out the bank. Barry's pulled this one out. You can just see the pipe there in the bottom, that black piece. Here's the other length of pipe there. So he's going to come back with his wheeled 3CX JCB and redo this properly, and we'll slide an extension piece over the top of that pipe so it sticks out from there and sticks out over the bank into the river, and build this bank back up again. Really make a job of that. Just looking at this corner here, I'm just wondering whether need a little bit more doing here. Can you just see that light coloured bit under the water there? That's on the shallow or the slow side of the bend, and I think that's sand and sediment already building up after only one day. You can see it flowing quick on the outside here, but then on the inside bend there you can just see it's depositing that silt. Barry's just changed his bucket, just put this narrow bucket on to dig some of these stumps out. Fetches them out a treat. The aim is still to spread all this after harvest, but we'll have a lot of sorting out to do with these roots. But we'll do it when it's a lot drier. We've got that heap burnt at this end today. That's all burnt, so everything now's gone down here, and he's just got this finished today up to this bridge all the way on this length here. Done a cracking job there, taking off a lot of soil off this corner. So this was what it looked like. This is what it looked like before he got to it. Now they see big difference. Done a great job through here. So looking from the bridge here over the top, this is what it's like now, finished, and then this is what it was like before it started. So you can just see a huge difference. Got a drain there that we've uncovered. That goes all the way down that field edge, down the track. So he's now just got to do the stretch from the end of this hedge. So he's got to go from up there along the edge of the field there to the bushes there. So won't get it done this week, probably 3 to 4 days work there. It's Thursday morning and I'm just on the way down to Dyson Farms. That's the farm near me. They've got a lot of land dotted around Lincolnshire. It's James Dyson has this farm. They've bought 4 or 5 farms around Lincolnshire, and this is the one very near to me. I've got another one actually farms a lot nearer. So this is Nocton, which is the closest one to me, and I'm just going down there. Drive they put in, their new entrance down to the offices and down to the back of the yard. So I'll just show you this, really impressive. So this is the entrance here, and then this is all the fencing at the side that they've got. The woodland, they did a really good job here. Put this tarmac road straight through. They've got grazing on the side here, and they've got fields this side. And then they've got the main offices just there. And I'm going to go past the main farmyard in a minute to another building they've got where they do all the conferences and things. Yeah, what I'm doing, I belong a crop group, and it's an old crop group from a guy called Chris Green, which was CMI, Crop Management Information. Chris unfortunately died a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and Dyson's have taken over all the research and development and formed a new group, and I'm part of the group where we look at all the different ways of growing crops and lots of new technology. So we have about 4 meetings a year, so it's really good. So this is Dyson's, one of their yards, the yard at Nocton. You can just see here. and they've got all these yards. They're all mirrored. I think the one at Carrington is virtually identical to this, same size, same shapes, same sheds and everything. They're all mirrored. They've done a really good job here. I know a lot of people haven't been very complimentary about Dyson's, about taking up land and buying all the land there is available, but I think they've done a fantastic job, and they're doing lots for the environment. You can just see around here, and that actually in the distance, just see there, that is Bardney Beet factory just through there, the side of that house. And yeah, they're doing lots for the environment, lots for nature, and really fantastic. I know all the guys here that run the farm, and I must say they do a brilliant job, so I would never ever have a bad word said about them. This is the building where we've got our meeting on now. It's called Wasp Nest, and it used to be an old railway siding, I think, because the railway track's in the floor.
Here we go again.
So we did talk about water logging back in 2020. Well, we got water logging quite late.
We've got some activity on the pond this morning. Every February we always get some geese come. I've done every year for the past 5 or 6 years. And then since we've enlarged it, got ducks here as well. And then these grey-legged geese. We've got the Bowser back in the workshop because Ruben and Tom had got all the extra pipes, all the pipe work redone, but can't make it stop dripping. And we've since found out that the fittings that Houseman's used on it a few years ago are very, very slightly different. So that is the one that Houseman's fitted, but you can see there, it just goes straight in the pipe, easy as anything, and it shouldn't do. And that is the fitting to go with those pipes. Of course, you can see it's a lot tighter fit. And even with this one, even if you put extra clips around the outside, we can't stop it dripping. So we're going to have to change all the pipes for this blue one, because that is very, very slightly smaller diameter than that. So that, if I can hold it in one hand, there we go, that will fit in there in a tighter fit like that with some clips around it. That'll stop it leaking. So bit of a mix up on describing what we need. But anyway, Kiowa, who we get all the pipes from at Sleaford, have done us a good deal on some more pipes, so they're going to repipe the whole of this Bowser again with the right fittings and pipes. It's the last day we can cut hedges today, so that's until September the 1st. So we've got Jonathan back just doing this hedge around the yard. This was put in when we had this shed built about 12 years ago in a bank for security, and some suckers you can see there, it's just chopped off. So there's blackthorn suckers all on that bank, and you can see some more there. Where are we? There we go, those white ones. So we're just going to trim all those off, just to make sure it's all nicely done. Today's the last day. I'm in the town of Horncastle now. This got flooded badly in October, and there's a meeting with Victoria Atkins, MP for the area, and also the Environment Agency. A lot of homeowners are here as well, and then we've got a meeting a bit later with Victoria as well, and farmers in Woodhall Spa. So we're just going to have a look here. I'm here with my NFU hat on, and just going to see what they've got to say. But
called just in the aftermath, actually, in the after Storm Babette, and there was clearly a desire amongst local residents and businesses for us to take some actions forward.
Hello Victoria, we've just been at Horncastle, had a very constructive meeting. And another one here.
Very much so. So I called the flood forum today in Horncastle. We had nearly 100 residents and businesses and farmers come to listen to the Environment Agency, to internal drainage boards and to councils to understand, first of all, what went wrong with Storm Babette, but also how we can help people in the future, particularly those people, residents, who are still living in the aftermath of the devastation that Storm caused. So it was a really good meeting, I hope people found that they needed some help.
I think definitely, and I think it's great that I think you've taken this on board right from October when the floods first happened, and I think everybody really appreciates the effort you put into it, because the amount of work you're doing with the NHS as well, but you've taken this on board, and Lincolnshire is a massively important county for food production. And then this pilot project you've been involved with Rhonda and helping that and driving that forward, and I think we've nearly got there, haven't we?
I mean, it's looking really hopeful, and the idea, it's such a simple idea, using the expertise and the experience of local farmers. Some of whom will have farmed the land for generations. You know what is needed, you want to help, and so it's almost like, come on, let's make this work.
It's so, but hopefully we can do this in Lincolnshire and make it work. We do just need to get water managed better, don't we, in the county, and guarantee our food supply.
We very much do, and indeed the meeting we've just had here with the NFU, love my meetings with the NFU, we've just been talking about food security and how it's a critical part of our national security as well. So I'm a big
on behalf of all the farmers in Lincolnshire, thank you for all your help and support.
Thank you very much.